Richard, thank you so much for joining us
Great to see you. Great to see you.
for this special conversation. You've got a wonderful motorcycle making its way to the world, and it's coming from a very special brand, a brand that you're heading. So talk us through it. What's going on behind the scene? There's a lot of talk of resurgence for the Norton brand. So what's happening?
This bike's built on 128 years of history. Norton's renowned for innovative design, innovative engineering, and an incredible riding experience. And this bike builds on that tradition. Of course, it's a distinctive look. It's a modern style. The design of the bike has got many world firsts in terms of technology and what it's bringing for the rider experience. But it builds on that tradition of simply being like the best bike in the world to ride.
A lot has changed since the last 5 years for Norton brand. One of the big change, of course, is TVS getting into the picture and the brand making a grand comeback. So what has changed with TVS coming on board? What differences have you felt in coming out with a new product like the Manx R today?
Absolutely. So TVS has been a total game changer for the Norton brand. This is a third largest manufacturer in the world, growing faster than almost any automotive company in the world. But it's not just the scale. It's an intergenerational run organization with a tremendous passion for motorbikes. That's their product, that's their core industry. And it means that every single person there has a passion and a love for bikes and is totally committed to making the best bikes in the world. Obviously that scale has benefits. So the first is knowledge and experience, the quality that it comes with in terms of 8 JD Power Awards, Lemming Engineering Award, being the manufacturer BMW chose. So that being synonymous with quality, being synonymous with incredible manufacturing capability, sourcing. So you can see there's some tremendous componentry on here. Our relationship with those manufacturers of these components is the best in the world. And we're able to operate by getting the technology first, by getting the most dedication from the engineers at these suppliers. So everything in the bike is integrated. And you heard last night in terms of from Brian about how the design has integrated all the various components to give a tremendous riding experience. And then obviously the last part is we're looking to expand internationally. TVS are in 90 countries around the world. We start straight away able to deliver parts, able to deliver tools, able to deliver training, able to offer finance to dealers, able to offer finance to our customers, and all of that with a scale that our competitors would love to have. If you look at Ducati or BMW, they're doing 60 to 200,000. Our parent company has the strength of a 6 million bike manufacturer. And so we're able to make sure that we're bringing the best bikes in the world, but at a price that, whilst it's reflective of the amazing quality of these bikes, is within reach for the first time for some people in terms of a Norton.
So it's interesting you mentioned the competition here. I would say with the backing of TVS and the craftsmanship that Norton is known for, and has been known for over a century now, be it the manufacturer from Novale, from Bologna or Bavaria, all of them are obviously competing in the same space, but they don't come with a backing like Norton now has. So do you think this will give you a great benefit maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line?
I think there's two things that give us that benefit even before we started. So the first is the vision. We're not trying to be like other manufacturers, and you mentioned the location of a couple. This bike is incredibly distinctive in its design. It's incredibly distinctive in its engineering and the experience it gives to consumers, whether that's going as fast as anyone's capable of around a track, or whether it's riding on the road, like you've already done. It's just an amazing experience. And so that's unlike anything else that's in the market at the moment. And that's because we've done something different. We threw away the rule book for the FIA, and just went with the first principle of what consumers want. What does a rider want? What do they want from this bike? What experience do they want? How do they want it to look? How do they want it to feel? What design details do they want? What engineering details do they want? We spoke last night, for example, about heat dissipation. You're talking about that experience on a rider, making sure that our bike gets rid of heat better than anything else that's out there. And all of these are examples of starting with that first principle of putting the customer first and then making the best in the world in terms of what they want. And it's, best in the world on the road. And again, you're experiencing it in terms of that track experience.
Yeah.
You know, there are bikes that are designed for racing. Ours is designed to be used track and road, and to enable, you know, every rider to really get the most out of that experience.
So speaking of the Manx R, as you mentioned, you're obviously towing a different line altogether. You're not chasing the 10/10s on the track. So does that make your job more simpler, or does it make it tougher?
Our job is to communicate the bike that we built, and what you saw with EICMAR was an immediate engagement with bike riders all around the world. We've got a tremendous waiting list for this bike, even before we publish pricing or specs. Those have gone out in the last week or so, and that demand has surged even further. So my job is to tell the story, is to connect people that love bikes to this machine. I came into this as a bike rider myself, as a customer of Norton, a collector of Nortons, and you know, the joy I'm getting out of it on the track and on the road, I just want to make sure that everyone understands what it's like, and that they can connect to Norton as be part of this journey, and then can have one of these bikes themselves.
So as a collector, I don't have to tell you the weight that the name Manx carries for Norton. What does it mean today in 2026?
So I think one of the things that we were really conscious of with Norton is it means a lot to a lot of people. It's deep-seated. It's a really emotional connection, and you know, the trust people put in a bike when they go and ride it is huge, and the love that they feel for the machine that gives them that experience is the same. And so that was something that we took very seriously as a weighty issue. The important thing is, it isn't our job to preserve that in time as a museum piece. It's not our job to keep making replicas of bikes made in the 50s or 60s. It's our job to make sure that my children, my children's children, continue to have the best engineer, the best experience you can have on a bike for years to come. And that just as all the way through its history, Norton has been synonymous with pushing the edges on the boundaries on design and on engineering. And it's our job to make sure that we're doing that again. And Brian and Simon done a tremendous job in having the best in the world on both fronts.
So Richard, thank you so much. You really have a fantastic product at your hand, and I think it's really heartening as a motorcyclist to see the resurgence of a brand that we all hold very dear to ourselves. Obviously, it's off to a great start. We will be looking forward to this coming to the Indian market as well. But as of today, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you so much for having us here.
Well, thanks for coming and spending the time with us. I'm glad you enjoyed this morning's ride, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you tear it up around that track.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.